state's oldest regional political party, Manipur People's Party MPP, celebrate its 53rd Foundation Day. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 1,169,000 with above 22,000 active cases reported in last 24 hours. Recovery rate nears 96%. Hello, you're watching Impact TV's afternoon bulletin on Impact News, and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. Well, before we start our bulletin, let's take a few moments and remind ourselves to wash our hands frequently, wear our masks properly, and maintain a safe distance to protect ourselves from COVID-19. Now, the top stories and latest news at this hour. Manipur People's Party, MPP, one of the oldest regional political party of the state, holds its 53rd Foundation Day at its office near Imphal Polo Ground today. MPP is gearing up to file candidates in all the 60 assembly constituencies of the state in the upcoming 2022 general election. MPP President Laishram Krishnadas hoisted the party flag to mark the event. Speaking on the occasion, MPP General Secretary Administration H. Geeta Jind said MPP is all set to strengthen its foothold in the state to bring progress in the state. He added that various regional political parties are already ruling in other states and appealed for public support. MPP office bearers and supporters were present on the occasion.
Lakadoriba 2022 general election da Manipur's party ki Kendra Home Food Media Tadokuna MPP ki Anobu Sasanama Sem Navigam the Koi Sem Sabalojere Manipur ki Praja Kodimakta Jina Kodimakta Manipur's party ki motion jaraga Nasidi state magi state sing the reasoning contest the reasoning ki base the reasoning magi sarkar semduna Masama gi Leva Tunga Matamda Chotang Matam Sida Manipur ki su Manipur's party na reasoning political party na sarkar semduna Manipur ki Maleba Sikan Minamatamda Sobotang Lomina MPP Ongtang Hinganbio MPP Sajo Pibiduna Anobu Sarkar Madi Anobu Manipur
People's Convention on Special Status of Manipur, organized by Coordination Committee on Manipur Integrity, KOKOMI, is underway at Imphal's Gandhi Memorial Hold. Many eminent persons and leaders of various civil society organizations and tribal communities in the state are taking part in the convention. Attendees are discussing pre-annexation status of Manipur, Manipur merger agreement and integrity of the state, among many other issues. Speaking on the sideline, KOKOMI coordinator cum UCM President Sunil Karam said KOKOMI raised the demand of special status of Manipur, considering the conflicts of interest among communities in the state, stating that resolutions to protect the state's territorial integrity will be reaffirmed at the convention. Sunil Karam maintained that collective opinions will be sought from all communities in the state to form a separate autonomous status of Manipur.
Hyderabad Dimansi Tauzer Akanda, Akoina, Manipur, Leminariba, Prokudimaki, Bunsirola, Akogi Noigadaba, Ayatpa, Apanba, Amadi, Huzik Ladiba, Akogi Manipur, Langaxida, Tonganba, Shakti, Krapirakanda, Masana, Lepsabangamba, Adugumba, Pawarkra, Lobu Matoktar, Paduna, Akoingasi, Ladiba, Indian Constitution, Sinsa, restructuring, Toba, Matoktar, Puduna Maramokonda, Kokominangasi, Celestitaski, Dimanama, Propunamaki, Iminabaya Wakalona, Masisi, Pantuk Sapani.
Trade, Commerce and Industries Director Eld Vikram has urged the public to use and promote locally made products of the state to make the state self-reliant. Inaugurating the Manipur Times shopping supermarket at the Kurai Sajur Laikai today, Vikram encouraged everyone to shop from indigenous online shopping websites.
Akoigi Manipur Times ki sigi shopping complex isu online delivery ki facility amazu yawo mali aduna aina hygienic badi akoigi local entrepreneurs singnasu akoina marketing se online platform da tawragadi accessibility hengalakani aduga mayamnasu eno appreciate tawwe hengalakani aduna Amazon gumba adegidi Flipkart gumbada atopa country gi atopa state ki pochai leibagi mohota karigumba akoigi local entrepreneurs singsu sigi online platform singsida yawragadi Maduna, Akoigi public Tazu Kudong Chaba, Bigani, Aduga, Koi local products, Adam Optogani Hena.
Prescribed KCP clarified that 32-year-old Kumujamd Roman, the son of K.A. Sekunjo from Mayang Imphal, the Konchag, who has been arrested by Imphal East District Police, has no connection whatsoever with the group. It may be mentioned that the police team under the supervision of Imphal East District Police SP Jogesh Chandra Habujamd arrested Roman recently from the Kiamgai Maning Lekai. A week after his high disabled visit to West Bengal, Union Home Minister Amit Saha is in neighboring state Assam, which too goes to polls in a few months from now. His two-day visit to the northeast region began with much fanfare as he landed on the intervening night of 25 and 26 December at the Lokpriya Gopinath Bodorloi International Airport in Guwahati, outside which scores of the folk artists and hundreds of supporters had created a festival-like atmosphere on his account. He was received at the airport by Assam Chief Minister Sarvananda Sonarwal. Distributions of the financial grants to 8,000 Namghars under the Assam Darshan program and the foundation stone of Batadrava Thand as a cultural and tourist destination, a new medical college in Guwahati, and 9 law colleges across Assam are one his agenda. In a second leg of his northeast visit on December 27th, the Union Home Minister will lay the foundation stones of the Churachandpur Medical College in Imphal. He will also inaugurate projects to build the state government guest house, police headquarters and the integrated command and control center city in Imphal. Dalit Sahitya Academy Manipur will confer upon the Year of the COVID-19 Nurse 2020-2021 award to national and international awardee Naurim Tangbi of Singjamai Chingamaka Pishumd Leirak. The award will be presented during the Academy's 11th Foundation Day celebration on 29th of December. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Banthabi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, specified as a financial institution by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India under SARFASI Act 2002. First license holder public limited housing finance company in the entire northeastern region of India, completed its 15 years of service. Provides home loan with a subsidy amount up to Rs 2.67 lakh under PMAY Credit Link Subsidy Scheme, PMAY CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Government or private employees, businessmen can apply. For more details, kindly contact Banthabi Housing Finance Company Limited or reporter on Mamlaikai Imphal.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Afternoon Bulletin. India's COVID-19 tally has crossed 1,169,000 with 22,273 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. On the positive note, India's active COVID-19 cases have dropped to 2,81,667 in the last 24 hours, rising the recovered cases to 97,40,108. Country's recovery rate rises to 95.78%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has reached 1,47,343. Kerala is still on top with above 64,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by Maharashtra with above 57,000 active cases. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 8,259,000 people, above 1,758,000 people have died, and recoveries are above the 5,65,21,000. United States of America is on the top with more than 76,14,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil, while China, from where the pandemic started, is at the 80th position with just 328 active cases of COVID-19. In the northeast states, Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 2,15,836, out of which 3,422 are active cases. Tripura's confirmed COVID-19 cases are 33,000. 222, out of which 169 are active cases. Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 27,943, out of which 1,352 are active cases. It may be noted that Manipur has the second highest active cases of COVID-19 in northeast states. Arunachal Pradesh's COVID-19 tally has reached 16,678 and active cases are 168. Nagaland's COVID-19 tally is 11,895, out of which 274 are active cases. There are 294 active cases of COVID-19 in Meghalaya, 417 in Sikkim and 134 in Mizoram. Dharavi slummed colony in Mumbai has not reported a single COVID-19 case in the last 24 hours. This is the first time since April 1st when the first COVID-19 cases was reported in Dharavi. The Asia's largest slum has reported no new case in a single day. According to Virhand Mumbai Municipal Corporation (BMC), Dharavi has reported 3,788 cases, of which only 12 are active. 3,464 persons have recovered and been discharged from the COVID centers so far. According to Mumbai Civic Body, 312 people have died due to COVID-19 in Dharavi. Cold wave condition prevails across the country, especially in the northeast region. As per a report from the India Meteorological Department, temperature in New Delhi remains below 5 degrees Celsius. Thick clouds are expected in the Punjab, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, while medium clouds are expected in Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi and Bihar. There is no report of death due to cold wave till date. South African Health Minister Dwi Lenis Kizi has strongly rejected his British counterpart's claim that a new coronavirus variant in the country is more contagious. In a statement, he said there is no evidence that the new variant cases more severe disease or increased mortality than the UK variant or any variant that has been sequenced around the world. However, the unease over mutations in the virus first spotted in the United Kingdom, later in South Africa, continued to spread to more parts of the world. Germany, Switzerland, Lebanon, France and Japan said that they have identified their first cases. Earlier, Denmark, Netherlands, Australia and Belgium said they found the UK-linked variant. Around 50 countries have so far banned travel to and from the United Kingdom over concern of the new variant. The UK, in turn, has restricted travel from South Africa. Meeting of the 40 Farmers Union is underway to chalk out their future course of action and take decisions on holding talks with the centre as the deadlock continues over the new agricultural law. The agitations near Delhi border, which began late November, has entered its 31st day. The fresh discussions between the farmers' representatives come a day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his strongest attack on the opposition since the beginning of the protest, stressed that farmers' land won't be taken away, adding that some people are spreading lies. The Prime Minister also released a financial aid of 18,000 crore rupees under the PM Kishan case transfer scheme yesterday. 5 rounds of talks between the protesters and the central government have failed in the last few months. Earlier this week, the farmers began a relay hunger strike to add pressure as they continue to demand to repeal the law. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thought with the people in the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. It will be the 72nd episode of the monthly radio program. The regional language version will be repeated at 8 in the evening. United General Assembly UNGA has condemned Israel the most in 2020, 3 times more other nations. According to a report by UN Watch this week, the UNGA brought its total number of resolutions against the Jewish state to 17. General Assembly resolutions are non-binding, but they carry symbolic importance in world affairs. Israel and activities have long slammed the UN for routinely adopting decisions after decisions directed against Israel, saying it exploits an overwhelmingly automatic majority that votes to censure Jerusalem, no matter the subject. This week itself, the UN condemned Israel over an alleged 2006 incident from the Second Lebanon War fought with terror group Hezbollah. It also condemned Israel for allegedly exploiting the natural resources of Palestinians in the West Bank and Syrians in the Golan Heights. Now the news from the world of sports. East Bengal Soccer Club will play against Chennai Football Club in the 39th match of the ongoing 7th Indian Super League at Tilak Maidan Stadium tonight at 7:30. Goa is hosting the league under the aegis of All India Football Federation. Mumbai City Football Club and ATK Mohun Bagan Football Club with 16 points each are leading the league's table tally, followed by Bengaluru Football Club with 12 points so far. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. State's oldest regional political party, Manipur People's Party MPP, celebrates its 53rd Foundation Day. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 1,01,69,000 with above 22,000 active cases reported in last 24 hours. Recovery rate nears 96%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. For more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great